Ladies and gentlemen, the flags here on the podium represent countries of origin of Ripon College graduates and other students. We honor them with this display. We now honor the flag of Wisconsin and of the United States of America with the presentation of flags by cadets of the Ripon College ROTC unit. Gentlemen, please present the colors.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, parents and friends of the graduates, members of the faculty and staff, and other distinguished guests, it is a pleasure to welcome you to Commencement 2013 in this, the 162nd year of Ripon College. You may be seated. Ripon College is our home. It is a place where important, meaningful, and enduring things happen every day. You, today's graduates, are fortunate to have studied here. We, the faculty and staff, are lucky enough to work here. The dozens of alumni in the audience today are honored graduates and proud of their and your soon-to-be alma mater. Commencement is a time for looking forward to the road ahead. It's also a time for looking back with appreciation and perhaps a bit of nostalgia. Your class will, in all likelihood, never again be together as a group on this hill on a sunny spring Wisconsin afternoon. But each of you will carry with you today and part of this special place forever. Your degree may be an individual achievement, but you stand on the shoulders of so many people. Your professors, your classmates, your friends, your family, the Ripon College staff and alumni who helped you along the way. And we will be there for you in the days to come to cheer your successes and bolster you in times of challenge. The exercises today are a celebration. First and foremost, we honor the achievements of our soon-to-be graduates. You have mastered the content and methods of at least one academic discipline. You have been exposed to a core of general knowledge about the world, about culture, about beauty and art and ethics, about people and history and change. We applaud your experiences inside and outside the classroom and count on you and your generation to help solve contemporary problems and issues. We also rejoice in the pride of your parents, relatives and friends, everyone who contributed to your success. And we celebrate the achievements of our college, about to send new alumni out into the world. We expect you to make a difference. We expect you to pay it forward. And we expect you to remember the spring afternoons in Wisconsin and the opportunities that Ripon provided you. It has been a tradition at Ripon since 1957 to focus each commencement upon a particular theme. The theme changes each year, but it always relates to the college's commitment to the liberal arts. This, the 147th commencement at Ripon, celebrates the theme Data and Decisions. Our graduates enter today's workforce and the world with the capacities for creative and critical thinking. A key element of their preparation is the development of investigation, interrogation, analysis, and synthesis skills. Today, we honor the connection between data and decisions, and we also honor those who have made a unique contribution to our national and scholarly conversation on this topic. We also honor an outstanding teacher with the Ripon College Distinguished Educator Award. We polled members of the graduating class to submit nominations for today's award winner. The recipient is very committed to helping students develop a broad-based approach to life and becoming lifelong learners. Truly, it is teachers like the one we honor today that give rise to the empowered and inspired leaders of tomorrow. It is also customary at Ripon College that we award honorary doctorate degrees during today's ceremony. This year, the college will present degrees to 2 individuals who will reflect on the gathering, analysis, and interpretation of data and its fundamental connection to scholarly inquiry and the advancement of knowledge. These individuals are leaders in their field. Their work provides us with examples of how reliable and valid political, medical, financial, professional, and personal decisions are among the kinds that are and must be guided by data and informed by quantitative reasoning. First, we will honor Andrew P. Britton with the 2013 Ripon College Distinguished Educator Award. He will be presented for the award by William C. McLeod, Ripon College class of 1973 and trustee of the college.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present Andrew P. Britton for the Ripon College 2013 Distinguished Educator Award. The following has been inscribed in his behalf. In recognition of your 23 years of teaching social studies, the last 20 at Oshkosh West High School, with respect for your founding of Advanced Placement United States History classes at the school, with students passing the Advanced Placement United States History exam at rate nearly 20% higher than the global average, and for encouraging and inspiring students, encouraging your former student, Kyle Riedinger, class of 2013, through your commitment and dedication to the teaching craft. Now, therefore, I proudly present Mr. Andrew P. Britton for the Distinguished Educator Award.
Andrew P. Britton, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ripon College, I confer upon you the 2013 Ripon College Distinguished Educator Award. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank Ripon College for the award of Distinguished Educator. It is a great honor to receive this award from this prestigious institution, and it is quite honestly very humbling. I work with a number of hardworking and dedicated professionals at Oshkosh West High School each day who care deeply about kids and put their heart and soul into what they do. This is despite the fact that teachers in the current K-12 system have been quite battered by recent events and are under enormous pressure. I think Ripon College should be commended for recognizing the important role that K-12 teachers play in inspiring our youth to reach their fullest potential. I would like to thank Kyle Riedinger, the student that nominated me for this award. He is, turn the page here, he is an extraordinary young man who is a role model for college students everywhere and who will one day make a great veterinarian, I can say it, veterinarian. I would like to thank Dr. Ann Schultz, the principal of Oshkosh West High School, who wrote a letter on my behalf and who is one of the most hardworking, compassionate, and effective educators that I have ever known. I would like to thank my father, who is an educator for 54 years before he passed away in 2011, and who had an enormously positive influence on me. But most of all, I would like to thank my wife, Lisa, and my daughter, Marina. Both of them have provided an amazing amount of support and love in helping me reach my full potential as a teacher and a person. For the future K-12 educators out there, I have 3 words of advice. Hang in there. Things are tough out there now, but there is no greater calling or profession than to be a teacher. Most of all, to all of the graduates in the audience, remember that this ceremony does not mark the end of your learning. It is only the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. The following individuals do us honor by allowing us to count them among those who bear our colors as honorary doctorates of Ripon College. Our first degree candidate, Dr. Stephen J. Brams, will receive the honorary degree Scientia Doctor, Doctor of Science. He will be presented for the degree by Scott L. Spiller, trustee of the college.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present Dr. Stephen Brams for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. The following has been inscribed in his behalf. In recognition of your position as Professor of Politics at New York University and as author, co-author, or co-editor of 18 books and more than 250 articles, in admiration of your 2 patents for fair division algorithms and your application of game theory and social choice theory to voting in elections, bargaining and fairness, international relations, the Bible, theology and literature, and in appreciation for exemplifying this year's theme of data and decision-making through your work as chairman of the Advisory Board of Fair Outcomes Incorporated, former president of the Peace Science Society from 1990 through 1991, of the Public Choice Society of 2004 through 2006, a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science in 1986, and a Guggenheim Fellow from 1986 to 87, and visiting scholar at the Russell Sage Foundation from 1998 to 1999. Now, therefore, I proudly present Dr. Stephen Brams for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science.
Dr. Stephen J. Brams, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ripon College, I confer upon you the degree of Scientia Doctor, honoris causa, Doctor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
I'm grateful for this honor. I'm very pleased to be here on this beautiful day to receive this honor. I will also remark in some jest that it's an interesting reversal of roles, that my former student, PhD student, is president conferring this degree on me. I think it's entirely appropriate, and I thank Ripon and Ripon College again.
Thank you, Dr. Brams. Our second candidate and today's keynote speaker, Nate Silver, will receive the honorary degree Scientia Doctor, Doctor of Science. He will be presented for the degree by Mark J. Franzen, Ripon College class of 1983 and trustee of the college.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present Mr. Nate Silver for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. The following has been inscribed in his behalf. With recognition for your work as a writer and statistician with the New York Times and being named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people, and Rolling Stone magazine's 100 Agents of Change. With respect for your national recognition for your predictive abilities and forecasting models, your numerous books about statistics and predictions, and your development of PCOTA, a system which predicts baseball player performance, career development, and seasonal winners and losers. And with admiration for exemplifying this year's theme of data and decision-making through your statistical analysis, which correctly predicted the results of the primaries and the presidential winners in 49 states in 2008, and the outcome of the presidential campaign in all 50 states and the District of Columbia in 2012. Now, therefore, I proudly present Mr. Nate Silver for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science.
Nate Silver, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ripon College, I confer upon you the degree of Scientia Doctor, honoris causa, Doctor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Well, thank you all very much. It's a tremendous honor to receive this degree and to be here with all of you today. And you guys, though, you all ought to be really, really proud of yourselves. I hope you'll remember this day as you set out into the world to build your families, your friendships, your lives, and your careers. I don't want to interfere too much with all the amazing things that you're going to accomplish, so I won't take up too much of your time, but I feel as though I'm among friends here in Ripon. I grew up in another Midwestern college town, East Lansing, Michigan. The people here, the landscapes, the unpredictable spring weather, the hatred of the Minnesota Vikings. All these things are comforting and familiar. The trees are just the right height here in Ripon. In fact, I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the state of Wisconsin. My dad comes from Los Angeles, my mom from New York, which might as well be Mars and Venus. But they met one another in a history class at the University of Wisconsin at Madison in 1965, and they've been together ever since. So P.S., Happy Mother's Day. So may the relationships that you've built here in Ripon last a lifetime, and may what you've learned here inside and outside of the classroom become the foundation for a set of values that you will always carry with you. These are Midwestern values, and as such, they are a mix of liberal values and conservative values. They are values like curiosity, openness toward new experiences, and tolerance for dissenting viewpoints, and they are values like perseverance, hard work, and responsibility. The theme of today's commencements is data and decisions. You're going to be entering a world in which there is vastly more data than ever before. According to IBM, 90% of the data in the world was created in the past 2 years alone. However, not very much of it has been transformed into useful knowledge that allows us to make better decisions as individuals and as a society. Instead, college graduates in America today face a future that may be more uncertain than ever. In 1994, according to the Department of Education, 87% of students with new bachelor's degrees were working full-time or part-time a year later. Today, that figure is just 73%. A college degree is still an incredible advantage and a good investment, so your parents shouldn't worry too much here, but the numbers for college graduates aren't quite as good as they used to be. It's no longer a guarantee of a good job or a successful career. That means you're going to have to make a lot of high-stakes decisions in your 20s and your 30s, and you're going to make plenty of mistakes. So you're going to need a good head on your shoulders and some good Midwestern values. Certainly data has produced tremendous progress in some individual industries. Baseball is one prominent example. The Cold War between stat geeks and traditionalists that Michael Lewis described in Moneyball a decade ago has been replaced by a harmony in which baseball teams use both quantitative and qualitative information to help guide their decisions. Even the Brewers now have a fiscal analyst on their payroll, a guy who was writing a blog a few years ago, and incidentally, the Brewers have made the playoffs twice in the past 6 years after failing to do so for 25 consecutive seasons before that. But baseball is more the exception than the rule. As should be apparent from the economic data I cited earlier, the past several years have been difficult for the United States and for much of the rest of the world. In addition to economic disasters, the new millennium has been characterized by a series of crises, earthquakes and hurricanes, wars, and terrorist attacks. Not all of these things could have been prevented, but they all involved some failure of analysis that magnified the consequences. Many seismologists in Japan, for example, wrongly concluded that an earthquake as large as the magnitude 9.0 that struck there in 2011 was physically impossible, so the Fukushima nuclear reactor was only designed to withstand a magnitude 8.6 earthquake instead. Some of the problem is with our politics. The values of some of those in Washington are incompatible with the ones we need to see the data clearly. I don't particularly like politics despite writing about them, but I can't come to Ripon without talking a little bit of politics. This is a unique setting, after all, a liberal arts college in the town that is known as the birthplace of the Republican Party. Ripon's politics have changed quite a lot, however. In 2000, the city of Ripon voted for George W. Bush 53% to 46% over Al Gore. So a close vote, but still a Republican-leaning town. Last year, however, the city of Ripon voted for Barack Obama 51% to 47% over Mitt Romney. The birthplace of the Republican Party just voted for a Democrat for president. So what's changed? I have a theory about this, but let me first relate a little bit from my own experience. Last year, I published a statistical model for the 538 blog in the New York Times, which sought to forecast the outcome of the presidential election. On election day last year, with a little bit of good luck, we got all 50 states right. But there was no particular wizardry or genius behind this model. There are a few trickier components, like figuring out the different combinations of states in the Electoral College. But mostly we're just taking an average of all publicly available opinion polls and applying a consistent set of rules to evaluate them and seeing where the data guides us. Lots of 538's competitors using similar techniques also did very well, getting 48 or 49, or also all 50 states right. Forecasting the outcome of a presidential election is a much simpler problem and frankly a much less consequential one than what some of you will face as you enter science, economics, business, or medicine. However, this simple model generated a tremendous amount of controversy. By election day last year, more people were conducting Google searches for my name than for Vice President Biden's. The forecasts were lauded by liberals to an extent that may have been unhealthy. I was the subject of a New Yorker profile that compared me to Justin Bieber. But I was vilified by some Republicans. One of them called me, quote, a thin and effeminate man with a soft-sounding voice, which actually could also be Justin Bieber. But that notwithstanding, somehow this was supposed to make Mitt Romney win Colorado. Others allege that the polls have been systematically skewed by a conspiracy of pollsters. Just prior to Election Day, some prominent Republican columnists predicted not only a Romney win, but a Romney landslide. The Republican Party has been, in the 159 years since its founding, an essential part of American democracy. It was responsible for emancipating the slaves. It is one of the reasons the country has been so free and so prosperous over the years. It has given us presidents like Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, like Eisenhower and Reagan. But recently, the party has not been living up to that legacy. In 2004, a Republican official in the Bush White House, later identified as Karl Rove, critiqued those in what he called the, quote, reality-based community, which he defined as those people who, quote, believe that solutions emerge from your judicious study of discernible reality. That's not the way the world works anymore, Rove said. We're an empire now, and when we act, we create our own reality. So why have people in Ripon turned away from the Republican Party? Because attitudes like Karl Rove's have had too much influence on our democracy and too much influence on the GOP and turned it away from the things that once made it great. Here in Ripon and elsewhere in the Midwest, we still believe in the judicious study of discernible reality. We believe in scientific and empirical and rational inquiry in the hope that we might fish out some wisdom from the sea of data. I want to emphasize that Karl Rove's values are in no way conservative. My beef is not with conservatives. Instead, Rove's idea that people in power forge their own reality is avant-garde, postmodern, and nihilistic. I also want to emphasize that liberals have no monopoly on the truth. Each of us, regardless of our political orientation, has just one inherently subjective and fairly narrow viewpoint as we grope around and seek to discover what the objective universe is really like. Having more data doesn't necessarily help. It may just make us more biased if we cherry-pick the data we like and ignore the rest. But for those of us who still believe in objective reality, the hope is that we can learn from our mistakes as we conduct experiments, make predictions, debate our ideas, and collect new evidence. Many ideas that sound great on television or which look great in a statistical model will fail when applied in the real world. Elections, as Rove learned last November, have a way of providing a reality check, and reality always wins. The learning process occurs faster, however, when there is more competition between different techniques, viewpoints, and ideologies. This is a formula that has made the United States so successful over the years. A healthy Republican Party, a Republican Party that really is a conservative party and not a postmodern party, is very much in the nation's best interest. Likewise, it will be in your best interest to adopt both some liberal values and conservative ones. Which conservative principles, for instance, are so useful in a data-rich world? I mentioned some of them before: hard work and responsibility. The data of daily use in the world today, as I hope I persuaded you, will not yield progress automatically. Instead, it will produce failures along with successes. Progress will be measured through hard work at the margin, through 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and not through leaps of faith into technology or the wisdom of technocratic elites. Likewise, some of the decisions that you make when you're 22 or 23 years old will not go as well as you've planned. Where the responsibility comes in is in being accountable for these failures. Accountability doesn't mean apologizing, it means learning something from your mistakes and changing your behavior the next time around. Another important conservative value is humility. We are all small creatures in an incredibly large and complex universe. When the science suggests that our best laid plans are failing, it's much more likely the fault lies with us, with our assumptions, and that the rest of the world has skewed the data against us. And then there are the liberal values that I mentioned: curiosity and open-mindedness. These are just as important. One of the most frustrating things for liberal arts graduates is that they go from a college environment of interdisciplinary study into a job or postgraduate program in which they may be specializing in one relatively narrow field. Some of you may become cynical and incurious as a result. You may find the set of friends you have a few years from now are less diverse in their values and their interests than the ones you have at Ripon right now. Not only does this entail the risk of boredom, it can also be a handicap in your decision-making. Studies of experts who make data-driven decisions find that they are more likely to be successful when they read widely, consult for advice broadly, and take a multidisciplinary approach rather than specializing too much. Likewise, in private business, startups that require their employees to take on a greater range of responsibilities sometimes topple much larger businesses that become bureaucratic and inflexible. Learning is a lifelong process and not one that ought to end here at Ripon. If you find yourself struggling early in your career because your job is challenging, that's okay. It will usually be worth forging ahead. But if you find that you're getting bored and aren't learning anything, it may be time for a change of course. You might even consider becoming a statistician. Here's one stat about statisticians. The number of jobs in the field has increased by 43% over the past 10 years. All of you, however, are going to be entering a world awash in data and statistics. Not to put too much pressure on you, but the decisions you make with that data will determine whether America remains a free and prosperous society. But if you can abide by the values that you've learned here in Ripon and not by the values that are predominant in Washington, D.C., I think you'll do very well for yourselves and for the rest of us. We Midwesterners believe in reality as much as we believe in the soil, the trees, the lakes, the Detroit Lions, and the Green Bay Packers. Through honesty and hard work, through the love of knowledge and the love of truth, we hope to make the real world a better place. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Silver. It is also a tradition at Ripon College that each year the graduating class presents a gift to the college. Presenting this year's senior class gift are the senior class fundraising officers: Dawn Burnside, Max Herman, Matt Cook, Jackie Mahalik, Adam Orth, Ali Peltier, Sam Poulette, Matt Rohrbach, and Tyler Schwartfiger, and Adam Sellner. Will you please come forward?
Thank you, President Massetti. The senior fundraising officers have been working to make the class of 2013's senior class gift a truly memorable one, a way for us to leave our mark at Ripon College. Without the help of the Ripon College community, this effort would not have been successful. We are here to show you just how much the class of 2013 appreciates Ripon College. This year's gift will be split to support both the Ripon College Senior Class Gift Program and the annual fund.
The senior class scholarship will be awarded to an upcoming senior who has demonstrated financial need, academic success, and campus and community leadership. Our class is proud to continue a senior class gift tradition started with the class of 2012 and the support of trustee Gary Page, class of 1984, who provided the initial investment to underwrite the senior class scholarship. The senior class scholarship will grow and enhance the lives of many Ripon College students for years to come. The class of 2013 will also make a gift to the annual fund, continuing the tradition of strong alumni support. Our gift to the senior scholarship and the annual fund will help to ensure that year after year, students will have the same educational and extracurricular opportunities we've enjoyed over the past 4 years.
A special thanks goes to the Alumni Association Board of Directors for a matching gift of $625 for surpassing 80% class participation. Your generous support of the senior class gift is greatly appreciated. Our class really stepped up at this year's senior events, including VIP, 100 days, and cap and gown parties. Many of our classmates have joined the prestigious 1851 Club or have made several generous gifts throughout the year, adding to our class's legacy at Ripon. Mr. President, the senior class of 2013 is pleased to inform you that 84% of the senior class has participated and raised a grand total of $2,287.42 for the senior class gift. Thank you, class of 2013. You should take great pride in our gift and its lasting impact on Ripon College.
Thank you, and a sincere thank you to the members of Ripon College class of 2013 for your generosity. This means a lot to us. To welcome our graduates to the ranks of Ripon College alumni, I'd like to present Mr. Richard J. Lewandowski, Ripon College class of 1975, and president of the Ripon College Alumni Association Board of Directors. Rick? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Kirkland and trustees, President Bassetti, and members of the administrative staff, Dean Seaman and members of the faculty, and most important to the class of 2013 and the many guests and family members who are here to honor you. I think that covers everybody. Congratulations. My role as president of the Ripon College Alumni Association Board of Directors is to welcome you to your new status as an alumnus of Ripon College. Today, you join more than 10,000 others who've gone before you to join the Ripon College family. This is my first opportunity to speak to a graduating class, and so I wanted to be sure my remarks would be completely appropriate. But as I reread them, I decided they were also completely boring, so I rewrote them last night following the baccalaureate service. That service provided a tremendous insight into the intelligence, talents, and heart of the class of 2013. Listening to the thoughtful comments and remarks of beautiful musical performances from students as far away as Rwanda and Myanmar, and as close as Oconomowoc and even Brandon, there is no doubt in my mind that you will hit the ground running and dive headlong into your new role as an alumnus. And in fact, the class gift that you just presented shows that you're already well on your way, and thank you for that. The role of the Alumni Board is to help you maintain your ties to the college by continuing your relationships with classmates and others and friends. Many of those friendships will follow you throughout life. Maybe you've experienced this already, but if not, hopefully you will soon. You will find that there are Ripon people nearly everywhere. Take advantage of that. Another role of the association is to help you meet other people and develop relationships with alumni from different years of the college. People from all ages who have shared the Ripon experience. Take advantage of regional get-togethers, alumni reunions, and other networking opportunities that we sponsor. Our board of directors contains a very diverse group of members from all eras, including some very talented board members who were in your chairs not too long ago. The importance of that is very simple. You are never too young or too new to become involved in your new role as an alumnus of the college. This year's commencement theme, of course, is data and decisions, and Nate Silver gave an eloquent talk on that. But by the way, who is this Lions thing you speak of? But at any rate, the decisions made by an institution over time determine whether it will adapt and thrive in changing society or whether it will decline and fall. Your Ripon experience was shaped by the vision and support of generations of Ripon students who've come before you. You now have the opportunity to add your own talents and support to the challenge of keeping Ripon among the best liberal arts colleges in the country. These opportunities may start off small as you get yourself established. Hopefully those opportunities will build over time. But whether large or small, Ripon's alumni contributions make an important difference. For example, the Pay It Forward Day that you celebrated a while back demonstrates where student tuition stops paying for the cost of operating the college and alumni, the annual fund and other donations take over. And our goal is to move that date earlier. When I sat in those chairs in 1975, standing before the class of 2013 was the last thing on my mind. You will find that life takes many unexpected twists and turns over time. The lessons I learned in and out of the classroom at Ripon have helped me in countless ways in my own journey. So now, on behalf of your Alumni Association, congratulations again as your own personal journeys take a new turn. By all means, celebrate this occasion with family and friends. You've worked hard and you've earned it. Enjoy your day as the center of attention, but don't forget that it is Mother's Day. So again, welcome to the club, welcome to the Ripon College alumni, and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Each year, the senior class board recommends a senior to address the graduates, and indeed, all of us on this special occasion. Our speaker this year is Jessie Marie Frederick Lillis. She has completed a major in communications and a minor in theater. Jessie is from Coldwater, Michigan.
Congratulations, class of 2013. We finally made it. It seems like only yesterday we paraded down the hill at matriculation convocation, not knowing entirely what to expect of the next 4 years. Who could have guessed then how many priceless memories we would create here? We've made friends from across town or across the globe, expanded the way we look at the world, and taken advantage of all of the opportunities given to us. We came from all different walks of life and will continue on our separate ways when we leave here today, but we will always be able to share these 4 wonderful years. Since the theme of this year's commencement is data and decisions, let's figure out what this all means as a result of your deciding to come to Ripon. Your 4 school years here are approximately equal to 960 days, not including the summers or winter break. That's 23,040 hours, or 1,382,400 minutes. 82,944,000 seconds of your life have been spent here, leading up to today. What do you have to show for those 82 million seconds? What are you going to do for the next 82 million seconds? Many of us are still looking for the right job in this economy, and some of us may fear that artificial intelligence has taken some of our jobs away that will never come back. Computerized brains and technology may be capable of sorting through and processing information faster than our biological brains can, but we have the ability to make decisions based on this data and ensure that it's used ethically and responsibly. With technology advancing so quickly, can human beings keep up? Is Google Glass a device that can provide instant information and revolutionize social media, or is it an invasion of other people's privacy? The advent of 3D printing technology may allow us to bring innovation and creativity back into our commercial markets, but are we comfortable with Cody Wilson's blueprints for a 3D printed gun to be made available online? Although all of us can share life events and world news via Twitter, One hack proclaiming an attacked White House can result in a loss of billions on the stock market, as it did a few weeks ago with the Associated Press. The implications of using these technologies are within the realm of the liberally educated student. All of you graduating today have the ability to make informed decisions regarding these technologies and their benefits and drawbacks. You can look at a set of data and determine how it should be used and explain to others why it must be used responsibly to benefit the lives of others. Our Ripon College liberal arts education is the gift that can never be replaced by efficiency, speed, or processing power. At Ripon, we've worked to develop our human understanding, the way in which we relate to our world and to each other. Instead of learning only how to create and synthesize data, Ripon's liberal arts education has taught us the decisions that come next. We have learned how to think about everything in new ways, and we've grown as human beings in the process. We've had hour-long chats over coffee with our professors that turned into life after college advice. We've stopped by to drop off a paper and left a half hour later with a new outlook on the world and our place in it. We've made a flippant remark in class that turned into a discussion about current events, making what we learned more tangible. This is the one thing that we have learned that will never be replaced by mechanization. This is the pinnacle of our education. Through classes that challenged us to take in the bigger implications and evenings in the study lounges learning how to help and be helped by one another, we've come away with something entirely new. Ripon has given each of us a family. Thank you to this adopted family, the faculty and staff at Ripon. You have pushed us beyond what we thought were our limits. You've taught us, encouraged us, consoled us, challenged us, and supported us. You have made this place a home away from home. No matter where we end up or what difficulties we face, we will always know that we can come back home to our family and friends at Ripon. Thank you to our first family, the people who raised us, and happy Mother's Day. To our parents, siblings, and extended families, thank you for your support throughout our lives. Sorry. I promised my roommates I wouldn't cry. Sorry. Thank you for being the voice of reason or the reality check. Thank you for the care packages. Thank you for giving us words of encouragement when we call you at midnight the night before a paper is due. We could not have made it this far without you, and we cannot thank you enough. Ripon is not a place you say goodbye to, but rather, see you soon. As we go our separate ways, I wish you all the best of luck. We've all been given the tools we need to succeed, and I'm looking forward to coming back to our first reunion in 5 years to hear stories of all you've achieved. Congratulations, class of 2013, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Jesse.
Well, now is the time. So members of the class of 2013, please stand up, do a few calisthenics, get the blood going. President Massetti, it is my pleasure to present to you the members of the Ripon College class of 2013, who by vote of the faculty have completed the course of study for the degree Bachelor of Arts.
Before I actually confer degrees upon you, I would ask you, as your time as college students comes to a close, to take a few moments to think about the special people who played the most important role in getting you to this point in your lives. Would you please turn towards your parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, spouses, and everyone who has supported you in the pursuit of your degree, and take this opportunity to show them your appreciation. Thank you, parents and families. You have every reason to be proud. Ladies and gentlemen, by the action of the faculty, the Board of Trustees concurring, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Artium Baccalaureus with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Will all but the first row now be seated? Dean Seaman, will you present the members of the Ripon College class of 2013 for their diplomas?
Margaret F. Agnew. Go all the way across. Lisa Nicole Aguilar. Philip Leonard Akins. Thomas Marlon Albrecht. Caitlin Elizabeth Amell. Emily Clarice Anderson. Hannah Lee Anderson. Dulce Anaí Andrade. Anthony Gerald Arena. Yu Zarni A. Lisbeth Marie Baranchik. Zachary Daniel Bayrider. Shatek Marie Becker. Ariel Janessa Barris Green. Travis James Bitters. Stephen Clark Blader. Amanda Grace Bodo. Ross Daniel Bolander. Hannah Lorraine Bordeaux. Rachel Rebecca Borsick. Kyle David Bosquez. Matthew Paul Brewer. Amy Jo Brawender. Elizabeth Hannah Brown. Lacey Megan Bukta. Nathaniel Aaron Booty. Dawn Rochelle Burnside. You're welcome. Johanna Lee Burton. Brianna Lee Butt. Second Lieutenant Michael Angelo Casciati. Alvaro Felix Calle.
That was good.
James Mario Reed Carbajal. Second Lieutenant Samuel Jose Carbajal. Sarah Elizabeth Carvalho. Christopher Thomas Chase. Kevin Thomas Kluka. Benjamin James Suyak. Amy Jane Dofer. Brianna L. Drager. Shelby Ray Dukes. Jerome Eckler. Alex Joseph Erdman. Daniel Edward Erickson. Scott Charles Everson. Andrew John Fehrenbach. Amanda Kathleen Fensky. Darcy Lynn First. Zachary Donald Fluter. Zachary James Flood. Michael John Foley. Garrett Stephen Fontaine. David Lee Forseth. Kaylin Leanne Freeman. Ashton Michelle Fries. I freaked out over Fries. Jacob Lloyd Gayhart. Ryan Julius Gales. Erin Marie Gallo. Sahir Ismail Khasnavi. Brian Arthur Gagne. Adam Douglas Grambo. Paige Sterling Griffith. Molly Marie Grutner. Genyi Guo. Francis Hausch. Elizabeth Shea Hedberg. William McLean Hines. Waleska Marie Hernandez. Maxwell Thomas Herman. Scott Kenneth Hetzel. Nicholas Paul Hughes. Alec S. Jalavek. Troy Thomas Jarasinski. David Thomas Jewett. Brittany Michelle Johnson. Christopher Edward Jolma. Kai Craig Michael Caston. Courtney Patricia Chemnitz. Emily Joan Kijek. Kenneth Robert Knapp. Tyler David Knowles. Matthew Ryan Cook. Taylor Timothy Koth. Jason R. Kraus. Andrew Scott Krieger. James Richard Kulas. Charlotte Eleanor Sickink Lee. Vance Robert Lekvin. Jasmine Magdalena Lemus. Jessie Marie Frederick Lillis. Erin Marie Lind. Trevor Warren Lynn. Rebecca S. Madsen. Katie Jo Majorowski. Alexandra Erin Martin. Michelle Marie Matter. Amanda Lee McKnight. Paul Michael Muir. Zachary Donald Melmans. Emily Ann Myers. Jacqueline Elizabeth Mahalak. Abby Elizabeth Milbrath. Second Lieutenant Andrew James Miller. Sarah Abigail Murky. Christina Marie Mooney. Flynn Kathleen Maroney. Roseanne Mueller. Maina Ray Munchow. Daikisha Yvette Murphy Gunnels. Amy Jo Nowak. Riley McGuff O'Gorman. Angel Genevieve Akshuda. Adam Richard Orth. Jenna Josia Strowski. Lauren Ann Ott. Rachel Renee Pachniak. Andrew James Paxson. Hannah Kathleen Pearson. Charles Joseph Pagorsh. Alexandra Lee Peltier. Shauna Beth Pichette. Andy John Pope. Samuel George Paulette. Amy Elizabeth Prudhomme. Christoph Richard Pertel. Megan Marie Rabel. John Evan Ray. Alexandra Emily Reed. Blair Joseph Reitzner. Amy Don Ruling. Irving Reyes. Stephanie Leanne Reiner. Jeremiah John Riddle. Stephanie Lynn Rapassa. James Albert Rint Jr. Michael John Robbins. Matthew Lee Rohrbeck. Jenna Renee Rashesky. Kyle S. Riedinger. Kason Keith Rumpf. Eric Douglas Sackett. Amanda Christine Sadowski. Carla Ann Shantz. Nicole Lynn Schmidt. Lori Ann Schrader. Tyler Allen Schwartfeger. Benjamin Joseph Seidel. Adam David Selner. Rebecca Ann Shackleton. Molly Rachel Silva. Casey George Simonson. Timothy Matthew Sienkiewicz. Andrea Eileen Slusser. Eric Joseph Smith. Rachel Lee Smith.
My mother.
Jamie Richard Sorton Zimmerman. Alex Charles Sawaija. Crystal Rain St. Germain. Rachel Ray Stat. Matthew Tabake Stanley. Catherine Ann Stepanek. Mitchell Lee Stilches. Second Lieutenant Murray Joseph Stofa. Caitlin Jo Stumbris. Layla Jane Sultan. Emily Lynn Summers. Shelby Lynn Swigum. Allison Karen Thies. Jeffrey Stewart Turner. Rebecca Ann Towarski. Reverend Ornella Umubieye. Kelly Ann Van Berkel. Corey Lynn Van Berkel. Crystal Lynn Van Grinsven. Ashley Jean Vandenoven. Amanda Christine Virtue. Ross Matthew Weinert. Nicholas Stanley Weiss. Olivia Nicole Wetzel. Lindsay Mae White. Zachary James Wieland. Katie Jean Williams. Matthew Philip Wood. Dana Yu. Honey Zaw. Corey Troy Zimmerman. Vincent Anthony Zingali. Nicholas John Zupan.
So this is the time where I get to say a few final words. This is my first commencement as president of Ripon College, and today's graduates really know this institution better than I do. After all, you've eaten more meals in the Commons than I have. You've studied more hours in Lane Library. You've scored more baskets at Storzer, although that will change, by the way. Performed more labs in FAR, and taken more walks through this lovely part of campus than I have. You've probably done some other things that I will never do at Ripon. But we're going to leave those unsaid because this is Mother's Day, after all, and a family event. But in 1,000 different ways, you understand intrinsically why this college means so much to so many people. Earlier this week, I received an inquiry from a journalist in Philadelphia who asked me one of those seemingly simple end-of-the-school-year questions that should have an easy answer. And the question was this: what are 5 things a student should know when they graduate? And that's actually a big one to be sort of hammered on, at 4:30 on a Thursday afternoon. So I gave her what I thought was a good answer in a sort of voice of authority, college president, sanitized for the media kind of way. And here's what I said. I said, 1, to think critically and to be able to write and speak clearly. Because there are lots of smart people, but not all of them can express themselves well. 2, to empathize with other points of view, but still be able to defend your own opinion. You should be able to stand behind what you believe, but still respect those who may differ. 3, to have compassion for others. It is always important to remember the less fortunate and help those in need. 4, to be able to work in a group collaboratively as well as work alone, because most of the time we can accomplish things more when we work together. And 5, to have thought about what it means to be an American and part of the larger global community, because most of today's graduates will work, live, and communicate throughout their lives with people from outside of their home state and country. Now, don't get me wrong, I stand by those answers, but what if we had changed the intonation of the question? So what if it went this way? What are 5 things a student should know when they graduate? And then I think my answer changes a little bit when you emphasize the know. So let me give you those. 1, love. Love everything you do. Love your parents, love your family, love your friends, love your pets, love food, love travel, your sports teams, your job, your car, your state, your country, your planet. Love. 2, understanding. Try to understand everything and everybody, because deep down, people are fundamentally good. 3, peace. Try to resolve things peacefully, if at all possible, from the boardroom to the playing fields to the halls of diplomacy and politics. We should strive to make sure that peace triumphs over violence. So I need to pause here just briefly and acknowledge Dean Seaman and all devotees, and there's some I know in the audience here, of 1980s alternative rock music, because the legendary rocker Elvis Costello once famously asked, "What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding?" And Elvis was right. He was right. There is nothing funny about it, because we shouldn't trivialize its importance. We need more peace, love, and understanding in our world. And one more thing, and perhaps it's not as important as peace, love, and understanding, but important nonetheless. You need to remember where you came from. And that also means this place. Many of you are the beneficiaries of the blind kindness of alumni long since graduated. For the last 4 years, you have needed Ripon, but from now on, Ripon needs you. The college needs your support, your pride in your alma mater, and your willingness to help future students find their way in the world. I wish you all good things. Thank you. I'd like the audience to stand and join me in the singing of the Alma Mater, which is led by the senior members of the Choral Union and the Collegium Musicum. Following the alma mater, this will conclude the 147th commencement exercises of Ripon College. For those of you who have traveled to be here with us from today, thank you for joining us. To the class of 2013, congratulations. I'd like to remind all of you of the reception immediately following at the top of the hill, behind you in front of Smith Hall, and following the singing of alma mater, please remain standing while the bells peal as the faculty recess. Thank you.
Thank you.